I know what I'm thinking deeply about right now. No, it's not because I smoked weed and took half a Xanax just to chill out. Because I got some slight pressure in my life right now due to some things I don't want to discuss. But beyond that, let me explain. I think about some of these women. We won't mention names, but I look at them and I'm thinking, not the married ones, not the ones with long term relationships, but these are the older ones over 35, 40, 50 even. And I look at some of these women, some friends, some acquaintances, some just off YouTube. And you know what I see? I see women that have made some very, very, I mean, hey, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I've done the same thing. Believe me, I've probably made more poor choices than these women, but some of these women have made a lot of that poor choices relating to the men they date and let penetrate them. See, in my case, I haven't really made a lot of poor choices with women. I can honestly say the women I've dated, my ex-wife even, they were good people. I can't, you know, either I broke up with them, they broke up with me, but some I still talk to, some I don't. But, you know, hey, I take credit, credit, or, in the relationships that I was involved with, let's say my wife, and I would say my wife, and I had maybe four, five, six other serious girlfriends. So let's say six or seven women. Yeah, about a half dozen. Obviously I banged a lot more than that, but let's say seven women in my life that I had relationships with that were 2 years or longer. I was married for 15 years. I had two other relationships that were like three and a half, 4 years. So I'm one of these long term type relationship dudes. In fact, I operate better. Wait, do I have to be in a relationship with a lady? No. Do I prefer to be in one with one? Of course. But by the same reasoning, I prefer to be not in a relationship with a woman if it's the wrong woman. Guys, trust me. You'd rather not be in a relationship with a chick who's the wrong chick for you. Seriously. But if you think, first of all, I'm a loner by nature anyway. Seriously. I just think about what I do as an artist. A filmmaker, you got to write scripts, screenplays. And then you got to plan shots out. I got to look through stacks. I mean, sometimes I've casted short films where I had to look at hundreds of resumes, headshots, and whatnot. All that, and then I edit afterwards. I always do my own editing, just because I just I'm the all-around filmmaker. I'm fully trained. It's first of all, my shots are usually. I'm trained in all aspects of filmmaking. Why would I give somebody my product to edit when I'm a better editor than anybody I'm going to find any? I mean, there's no. I'm a great editor, so I don't need to do that. I've studied it long enough. So it's kind of like I don't know where I'm going with this, but guys like me, women have to understand. I'm not saying it's my way or the highway, but here's what I am saying. Most of you women have made so many poor choices with men that you either banged, had relationships with, whatever. And if you don't think it's traumatized you, trust me, it has. It's a two-edged sword. If it's catch-22, if it hasn't traumatized you, then you're probably some narcissistic type person who lacks empathy, compassion, passion, sympathy, etc. So, and then if it does traumatize you, you're a person who's probably not a narcissist, but now you're traumatized by this. So it's giving you negative energy. All this is negative, low vibration energy, ladies. So what am I trying to say? Most of you ladies out there, whether you rejected me, whether you didn't, first of all, I don't get rejected a lot by ladies frequently because either I don't ask women out, or usually, I don't know, like the woman I'm seeing now, she came up to me, we just started talking. It just, you know what, I find it's usually, in my past, my girlfriends were either women I just were friends with first, sort of acquaintances. It wasn't like I just, friends of my sister. See, I had a sister that had a lot of hot friends. So yeah, I must have banged two or three of my sister's friends, So, yeah, at least two. But yeah, I mean, I had it good. I had it. See, if you got a sister, you're gonna, and she has cute friends. If you don't fuck one of her friends, you're stupid. No, my first girlfriend. Well, no, not my first, but I mean, I had. I don't know. Maybe it was just a different time, but I mean, I don't even want to say what I was doing. You would think I was insane. I mean, if I told you people exactly the first time I actually had sex with a girl, or I didn't lose my virginity, you'd think I was crazy. But she was older than me by 2 years. But I'm not even going to tell you what our ages were. But I'll tell you we were under 18. And it was like, I guess you just say we were experimenting. No, I mean, this chick had me. She was an older woman. She was 8, I was 6. No, I'm telling you. You know, I was molested by an 8-year-old when I was 6 years old. And I enjoyed every fucking minute of it. Yeah. Just kidding. No. Not really. No. So the reality is, ladies, my point is this. Most of you women, whether you reject me or not, the reality is that if you had been with me, let's say, for a period of 5, 10, 15, 20 years in a long-term relationship, and it lasted that long, if we could put up with each other that long, if you were loyal enough to my rear end that long, think how different you would be than you are today. You would be like a totally different woman. Just completely different. How do I know that? I just do. Think about it. Hanging around a dude, an intelligent guy like me for 15 or 20 years with high IQ, a lot of accomplishments, top award-winning filmmaker. I got my SHIT together. Oh, yeah. Been to some of the best schools, went to USC, went to UCI. I've been to the best colleges in the country. Mm-hmm. Think of it. I'm highly educated. Yes. Or do you think USC is some shithole? Well, maybe now it is. UC Irvine's a shithole? Probably now it is. What I'm saying, ladies, is if you had been with me for 15, 20 years, or if you were with me today for another 10 or 15, 20 years, you wouldn't be the way you are. See, and the way a lot of you are now is because you've hung around or dated or banged just a bunch of loser dudes. Believe me, I've got loser aspects to me too. I'm not putting myself up on some high horse or I'm better than anybody. But I will say I'm better than 90% of the dudes out there. That I know. How do I know that? Because I interact with these assholes on a daily basis. Literally. Literally. It's literally, I'm going to be honest with you people. When I talk to most people, don't take this like in an egotistical way. I literally have to dumb myself down. Yeah, even if I'm talking to a fucking doctor, or especially lawyers and stuff, they're not the smartest people in the world. Seriously. I cannot use big word. With most people, I can't use a word that's more than 4 syllables. Seriously. So what I'm saying is, you ladies that are miserable, unloved, etc., and you've gotten that noise, and you've gotten all that men's DNA inside of you. Oh God, there's my neighbor's wife that wants to fuck me. Hopefully, she shouldn't see me. He's half dead, and she wants to. Except she's like 55, 60. I don't know. She just walked by. I got tinted windows. She didn't see me. Yeah, she's got a decent body, but I mean, her husband's like 350 pounds. Yeah, I think she's grooming me for once. She's just getting friendly with me. So once he kicks it, I guess. But hey, you're a married lady. Don't come near me. Plus, she's not my type anyway. She smokes. So, but back to what I was saying. If any one of you dingbats had been with me for 20 years, and it was a good relationship, because, they're good until they're not good, right? You ladies would be so much more smart, so much more intelligent, so much more just, you'd feel a lot better about yourselves in every aspect. Yeah, wait, why am I an asshole? Because I have to deal with assholes. Otherwise, like, literally, ask Grace Thorpe if in real life I'm the way I am on these vids. And she'll tell you I'm the total opposite. Like everybody thinks, oh, Grace went out to LA last year and met Spicoli, and he must have tried to fuck her. And, none of that. None of that. In fact, at one point, Grace put her arm through mine, like, and I felt weird about that. I was like, I'm a shy guy when it comes to that shit, especially since the Me Too movement. Now, Grace is, you know what I mean? Look, trust me. If there's a 20-year, if I was 41 and she was 21, or she was 20, if there was only a 20-year age difference between me and Grace and she didn't smoke, I would have fucked her long ago. She would have fucked me. So, see, that's why Grace and I are friends, because I know she would fuck me, even though there's an age gap and I'm not really interested in fucking her for many reasons. She and I have a different type. She's a friend. But anyway, you women out there that keep making the poor choices, you've got 2 choices. Keep making those poor choices, or wise up and get a dude. Well, you're not going to get a dude like me, because most of you are not worthy enough. And guys like me are so rare that it's easier to find a needle in a haystack. Seriously. It's easier to put a camel through the eye of a needle than it is to find a guy like me. And you ladies know it too. You ladies know it. You talk to these dudes like Hormax or Based Oracle, etc., etc. Most of these dudes are just dumb shit. Most of these guys probably even never read a fucking book. I mean, I was in high school, I used to read a book a week. I mean, most of these young guys today, under 50, under 40, let's face it, most of them are, if their IQs are above 100, I'd be surprised. These are dumb idiots. And that's why a lot of you ladies are stupid too. And boring. See, unintelligent people are fucking boring. Smart people are not boring. Why? Because smart people are curious people. That's how you become smart. So ladies, if you keep making the poor choices you make, you'll either end up alone or miserable with some dude, or you just keep riding the carousel. Now, if you want to keep riding the carousel into your 60s, 70s, 80s, be my guest. But we all know, You ain't getting any younger, most of you, and it's just damaging you and traumatizing you.